4 billion years ago. Earth had no moon. Scientists still cannot fully explain where it came from, but what they can calculate is what happens when it leaves. Within hours, the oceans begin to move differently. Nights become darker than anything our ancestors ever knew. And over time, the planet itself starts to lose balance because the moon is not just something we see, it is something holding Earth together. For most of human history, the moon has felt like a decoration, a silent companion hanging above wars, cities, oceans, deserts, and dreams. But scientifically, the moon is not passive. It pulls, it stabilizes, it measures time. It shapes life in ways we almost never notice. So what would happen if the moon suddenly disappeared? First, the sky would change instantly. Moonlight is sunlight reflected from the lunar surface. Without it, natural night would become far darker, especially far away from cities. Forests, oceans, mountains, and deserts would fall into a deeper kind of darkness. Many nocturnal animals that use moonlight to hunt, hide, migrate, or reproduce would be forced into confusion. For humans, the first disaster would not be fire in the sky. It would be silence, darkness, and the strange feeling that something ancient had been removed from reality. And humans, we would notice it the first night, not in a scientific way, in a primal way, the kind of fear your body remembers before your mind can name it. Then the oceans would answer. The moon is the dominant force behind Earth's tides. The sun also creates tides, but lunar gravity is the main sculptor of the daily rise and fall of the seas. If the moon vanished, tides would not disappear completely, but they would become dramatically weaker. The coastlines that built civilizations would become something unrecognizable. The rhythms that fishermen, sailors, and ancient cities built their entire existence around, gone, not destroyed by war, not burned by fire, simply erased by absence. And this matters because tides are not just waves moving up a beach. They stir the oceans, they mix nutrients, they influence coastal life. They are one of Earth's hidden engines. But the most dangerous effect would not happen on day one. It would happen slowly, like a curse written into the future. The moon helps stabilize Earth's axial tilt. Right now, Earth is tilted about 23.5 degrees. That tilt gives us seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Without the moon's gravitational influence, Earth's tilt could become far less stable over long periods of time. Imagine a planet where the poles sometimes point more directly toward the sun and later away from it. Imagine seasons becoming extreme, unpredictable, and hostile. One age could bring brutal summers to places that once had mild climates. Another could throw entire regions into long frozen darkness. This would not happen overnight. It would unfold across thousands, millions, or even billions of years. But for life, time does not make danger harmless. It only makes it harder to escape. And then there is life itself. Many species are synchronized with the moon. Coral spawning can follow lunar cycles. Sea turtles use moonlit horizons. Birds and insects respond to moonlight and lunar rhythm. Even human culture, mythology, calendars, religion, agriculture, and navigation have been shaped by that pale object in the sky. Remove the moon, and you do not just remove a rock. Some signals are not meant to be found, but you are still here. You remove a signal that life has been reading for hundreds of millions of years. The moon also slows Earth's rotation. Through tidal friction, the moon has been gradually stealing a tiny amount of Earth's rotational energy for ages. That is one reason Earth's days are longer now than they were in the deep past. If the moon vanished, that braking effect would be mostly gone. Earth would not suddenly spin wildly out of control. But the long, slow relationship between planet and moon would be broken. The ancient clock that has been quietly shaping Earth's day would stop working the same way. But none of this is the strangest part. Here is what no scientist wants to say out loud. The moon disappearing is not the catastrophe. The catastrophe is what it would mean for something to move it. If the moon vanished instantly, the question becomes, where did it go? Because a natural disappearance is not something physics casually allows. A body that massive cannot simply blink out of existence without something terrifying behind it. Was it destroyed, moved, consumed, stolen by gravity from something passing through the dark? If an object, force, or event had enough power to remove the moon without touching Earth first, then Earth might not be safe. The missing moon would not be the disaster, it would be the warning. At first, humanity would probably look upward in disbelief. Satellites would track impossible changes. Astronomers would search for debris, gravitational anomalies, strange radiation, anything that could explain the impossible. But every tide chart, every night sky, every animal migration, every ocean current would whisper the same answer. Something fundamental has been erased, and the Earth would continue turning, but no longer the same Earth. The oceans would be quieter, the nights would be darker, the seasons eventually could become unstable. Here is the part that should disturb us most. The moon has always looked dead, but in reality, it has been doing work every second of our lives, holding the tides, softening the seasons, lighting the dark, stabilizing the world beneath our feet. So if we woke up one night and saw only empty sky, the real question would not be, can Earth survive without the moon? The real question would be, what removed it? And is it coming back for us?